Beyond the Pink Ghetto, the unseen power of women in business and home. Challenging the Pink Ghetto. When you hear the phrase Pink Ghetto, what do you think of? Perhaps low-paying, traditionally female-dominated jobs like secretaries, nurses or teachers. Or the invisible, unpaid labour that often falls on women, household chores, emotional support, caregiving. For decades, these roles have been seen as the natural sphere of women, the soft side of society, while leadership, innovation and power have remained firmly gendered male. But beneath this ghetto veil lies a vast, unseen force that shapes economies, influences culture, and transforms families. This episode peels back assumptions to explore how women, despite barriers and biases, wield remarkable power both in the home and the world of business. Power that is often uncounted, underestimated, yet profoundly transformative. Are we ready to recognize the full scope of women's impact? Can we imagine a world beyond the Pink Ghetto where power is truly shared and redefined? Chapter 1. The Pink Ghetto, History and Reality. To understand the Pink Ghetto, we must first confront history and culture. For centuries, economic systems and social norms relegated women to appropriate roles, those that centered on nurturing. Early industrial economies forced many women into factory work, but often in low-status, low-pay positions. As societies modernized, professions like nursing, teaching and clerical work became feminized, creating segregated labor markets. The Pink Ghetto is not a physical place, but a metaphor for the structural and social constraints women face in work and economic mobility. Globally, women still make up the majority in sectors such as education and healthcare, where pay and power lag behind male-dominated fields. These barriers are reinforced by stereotypes that label leadership or entrepreneurial ambition as unfeminine or too aggressive. Yet, even within these confines, women have forged communities, economies, and innovations. The Pink Ghetto is a cage, but it also hosts vibrant networks of resilience and creativity. Chapter 2. Shattering the glass ceiling and invisible walls. Above the Pink Ghetto looms the glass ceiling, the unseen but very real barrier blocking many women from reaching top tiers of leadership. Despite growing female enrollment in universities and professional fields, corporate boards, executive offices, and political leadership remain strikingly male-dominated. Why this persistent gap? Research points to complex causes: enduring gender bias, work cultures valuing masculine leadership traits, unequal domestic expectations, and lack of mentorship. Some women shatter that ceiling: bold entrepreneurs, CEOs and politicians who redefine leadership. Their stories inspire change, but also expose how stubborn inequalities remain entrenched. Beyond the ceiling are invisible walls, microaggressions, subtle exclusions, and expectations shaping every step women take. Understanding these nuances is key to creating workplaces where women can truly thrive. Chapter 3. The Invisible Labour of Home. While women ascend corporate ladders, another realm defines much of their daily life: home. Invisible labour, the unpaid work of managing households, childcare, eldercare, and emotional well-being, remains disproportionately female. This labour shapes family stability, child development, and social cohesion, yet it often goes unnoticed and unappreciated, classified as natural female responsibility. Invisible labor limits professional choices. Women juggle meetings with school pickups and client calls with dinner preparation. The COVID-19 pandemic starkly illuminated how fragile this balance is, with many women forced to reduce work hours or quit jobs entirely. Recognizing and redistributing this invisible labor is crucial. True gender equality must bridge both workplace and home. Chapter 4: The Rise of Female Entrepreneurship. Despite obstacles, women entrepreneurs are disrupting business and culture worldwide. At the intersection of innovation and social purpose, they launch companies powered by vision, resilience, and often collaboration. Female-led startups are growing faster than male-led ones globally, creating jobs and redefining success. These women entrepreneurs challenge stereotypes and provide role models for future generations. Yet access to capital, networks, and systemic support remain barriers. The fight to balance authenticity, growth, and societal expectations continues. Public and private sectors increasingly recognize this potential, forging initiatives to accelerate women's leadership and entrepreneurial success. Chapter 5: Intersectionality, Diversity within Womanhood. No discussion of women's power is complete without acknowledging intersectionality, the intertwining of race, ethnicity, class, sexuality, and other identities shaping diverse experiences. Women of color and those from marginalized communities often face compounded discrimination, both at home and in business. Their challenges and contributions enrich and complicate the larger narrative. Mentorship, inclusive policies, and networks that reflect this diversity are vital. Empowerment means embracing difference and amplifying all voices toward shared power and new narratives. Beyond the pink ghetto lies a future ripe with possibility, of power shared, roles reimagined, and barriers dismantled. Recognizing women's unseen labor and leadership reshapes society. Transforming workplaces and homes requires challenging stereotypes, redistributing responsibilities, and fostering inclusive opportunities. To you, the listener, how will you act in your community and workplace to support this transformation? Which stories will you tell to honor the hard-won progress and ongoing struggles? As we reflect on this unseen power, may we all become architects of a world where gender no longer predicts who leads, who follows, who nurtures, or who thrives. Thank you for joining this journey beyond the pink ghetto.